Tyler Ramos.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Frankie Candles live stream every single weekday right here at 5:45 p.m. right after ATB. And guys, today we have a very, very special stream for two reasons. Well, mainly one reason, but two reasons. Bitcoin is pumping. And the main reason, guys, today we have special guest Gareth, the God Soloway, here joining us today to give us insight into what he thinks this market is going to do. Coming up, we were talking a little bit before we hopped on. We got some good questions to ask him. We're going to take some questions from chat as we typically do with our guests. It's going to be a good one, guys. And what better day to have Gareth on than the day that Bitcoin finally decides to wake up from its nap and move a little bit. So super pumped about that, guys. I think you guys are going to absolutely love this. A lot to learn from somebody like Gareth. I mean, I don't think he really needs much of an intro. Gareth the God Soloway, 20 years of experience trading and in technical analysis. I think he's got like an 80% win rate on his swing trade signals and like a 90-something%. Crazy win rates on his signals. So before we bring him on, let's just get some things out of the way, guys. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate every single one of you. 102 likes before we even get started, guys. Thank you for that. Make sure you smash that like button if you guys want to spin the wheel of pain and pleasure for your chance to win some free NFTs. Every 100 likes we get, you guys get a spin. And every spin you get, there's 2 chances to win a giveaway. And last week we gave away like 25 NFTs, 2 Ledger Nano S's. So we're giving away some good stuff. So make sure to hit that like button. And real quick, let's say what's up to chat before we bring on Gareth. Let's see, who do we got in here today? Tyler Ramos in chat. What is up, Tyler? Thank you for being here. Bubba's Crypto, what is going on? Thank you for being here. Mr. Anderson, Jimmy Void. Hey, Jimmy, I got my black coffee this time. What is going on? I'm going to have to go fix my camera real quick. I'm out of focus. D Petty Crypto, what's going on? Blanchard's Bees, Tony D, Captain Kirk, Rob the Crypto Snob, Crypto Anon, and Tyler Durden, our wonderful mods. Thank you all. I'm going to wrap this up real quick because we don't want to keep Gareth waiting. Oyo, Ali, what is going on? Chemistry Bro, as always, good to see you. Daddy Zach, Golf Josh, Quarter Crawler, Bilal, what is going on? Alex, Il Hero, and James, what is going on? Our focus fixed. Absolutely. That was super lucky. Jake, what is going on? Splash Away, what is going on, guys? Thank you for being here. Crypto Eats, Crypto Billy, Palmetto Nick, Doc Holiday, all the OGs are here. Super pumped. I'm going to throw on the special headphones here because, guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and bring on Gareth Soloway. What is going on, Gareth? How are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great, Frankie. Thanks for having me on, buddy. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Okay, there's a little bit of a delay. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Let's see if we can fix this. Boom. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, there we go. Much better. Gareth, thank you so much for joining us. I know our community is super excited to have you on. And like I said before, what better day to have you on than today? So real quick, like I said, I don't think you need much of an intro, but real quick, just give us, for the people who don't know who you are, maybe a quick intro.
Sure. So trading for 20 years, came up in a middle income, lower income family. My parents didn't invest. I got addicted to investing and trading in the late 90s when the .com bubble was brewing, which is basically the first edition of crypto, right? So the same exact things that we saw last year in crypto were going on. the crazy moves, 5 cents to 20 cents to $2 type moves. And it was just addicting to a kid that didn't have a whole lot. So I got into that. I was like, all right, I got to learn how to trade. And I went off and I did it. And along the way, I always like to say, along the way, I lost lots of money, right? So I kept on making mistakes like we all do. I've learned every rule in the book a million times over. And it's only after learning them, usually more than once, that I finally have gotten to the point where I'm a winning trader, right? No trader is ever 100%, but I've gotten it as close as I can at this point in my career. So that's my story. I run inthemoneystocks.com, which is stock trading, and then Verified Investing Crypto, which is crypto trading.
Absolutely love it. And I think it's really important what you said there because, you found a lot of success trading. And I love that you said nobody wins 100% of their trades, and that in order to get where you are, you had to learn some hard lessons more than once.
Yeah.
Which I think is really important. I know a lot of my viewers are beginners, and I know a lot of them are going through those growing pains of constantly, whatever that mistake might be, they might constantly be making it. And I get a lot of DMs like, I don't know if I'm cut out for this, and I try to tell them stick through it. You got to learn these lessons the hard way.
I've felt the same way more times than I can count in my early career. So you are not alone out there, folks. It really comes down to, number one, understanding that you're going to make that mistake, but then learning from it. Don't make it again. I made it a couple times before I learned. And also follow people that know what they're doing. Follow Frankie, learn from him. Follow me, learn from me. Use our lessons that we've learned the hard way to your advantage, essentially.
Yeah, I absolutely love that. I say that all the time. I say, guys, I already made the mistakes. Learn from my mistakes. I already took the hits. For me, I know, this is kind of bleeds into my next question. For me, I think when I was starting, the biggest thing that I struggled with was the greed. Constantly moving my take profit up a little bit and then never hitting it to only come down and lose everything. That was one big thing that I struggled with. And with that being said, when you were, just learning and trying to get your footing in this industry, what would you say was one of the hardest things that you personally struggled with?
Yeah, I definitely think it's about the ego, right? For me, it was about the ego. It was about, so I think you have ego on one side, which is you don't want to admit you could be wrong, right? And I think we've all been there. We're still all struggling with it, but it's kind of how to mitigate that, because I still have ego. I mean, ego is part of the human condition, but it's about understanding that you can and will be wrong and then prepping for that in every trade I go into. So in my early career, it was all about, oh, here's a great level. I'm going to buy this level. It's going to make me lots of money. I learned the hard way that's not always the case. So when I take a trade now, it's let me buy a small amount and then accumulate in my general area, right? So understanding that you can't go all in and then see it flush another 10%. Instead, buy a little there, buy a little 2%, 3% lower, and accumulate at that level. So I think that plus ego is just everything, man. It's learning the charts and getting control of your emotions and learning discipline.
Yeah, I would say that for me as well. The emotion and the psychology was definitely most of it for me. Obviously, understanding how to do technical analysis the right way and really truly understanding it is huge. But then, you could be the best. You could be able to, predict the future, and if your emotions or your psychology is not in check, you could still get wrecked.
And that's the crazy thing about it, right? Is that we can't teach that. Like, you can't teach it. I can't teach it to someone else. Like, I can teach the charts. You can teach the charts. This is a candlestick. This is a trend line. But we can't teach the self-control. That is something that everyone has to find within themselves. I always recommend, don't expect to just walk into your trading room on your computer and be like, I'm going to be disciplined. Like, you have to start at home, right? So what's your routine for the day? Because it'll carry over into everything you do. So it actually starts outside of trading where the discipline comes in.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. And, even for me, for the most part, when it comes to my trading, I would say I have my emotions pretty under control at this point. But I try to make it clear to my viewers that, just because I have them under control does not mean that I don't feel them still. They still creep up on you. And I tell them the key is to just not react off of them.
And I'll throw this out there, folks, and this isn't something that I've ever employed, but I've thought about it. If I ever had a group of traders that I was trading in room, what I would do is I'd give them all like $100,000 to trade, and I would strap them with a heart rate monitor, and I'd be like, all right, now go trade. And basically, when they get in a trade, the key is their heart rate should not adjust. We're all so addicted to that in the trade, the adrenaline. But really, if you're doing proper share size for yourself, your heart rate should not adjust at all. It should just be like, this is every day. These are the probabilities of this chart setup, and that's how it's going to play out. And then you don't have that emotion kind of pulling at you. And really what happens is people go in too heavy, and then the emotions become too much. They make the wrong decision at the wrong time. And then you might say, well, how do they ever inch their share size up? Well, as you gain confidence in the charts, as you gain confidence in your ability to read the charts, naturally your risk tolerance is going to go up. So you're going to be able to do 100 instead of 100 shares or one Bitcoin, you're going to be able to go to 3 or 5 Bitcoin, and you're going to trust the charts enough where that won't influence your heart rate, and you should just always be able to keep that even keel kind of approach.
That is amazing. I actually like that. I might have to pick up a heart rate monitor and test myself.
Yeah, there you go.
I absolutely love that. Now, switching focus just a little bit, obviously today we got a little bit of a pump on Bitcoin coming in right now around $21,600. What are your thoughts about this pump? Do you think it's sustainable? Do you think we're finally going to see this relief that everybody's been expecting? Or do you think it's just a bull trap and we've kind of seen it play out already?
Yeah, so I think that this is the beginning of a short-term bounce. It's a bounce that's kind of been long overdue. Like you said, I mean, we've been hovering at the dead lows for quite some time here. But one of the things to note here, and I'm going to show my charts here if that's okay with you, is that basically you've had this 2017 high, which is this yellow trend line. Look at how you closed below it and then you reversed back up. And then you closed below it again, but you never got a secondary lower close. That's something I like. I'm sorry about that notification, but something that I've called confirmation is where you get a second lower close, and you never got that. And to me, that was telling me that there was accumulation going on there. And I think the biggest signal here was that basically when the Voyager bankruptcy was announced, Bitcoin didn't fall, right? And when you get bad news and something doesn't react negatively, that is a great indicator. So short term, and I'll just draw some trend lines on here for me, and I keep it super simple here, is just, sorry about that. But yes, basically what you have here is this trend line here. This is where we currently are, which is 21,800. That's your current resistance. If we can break through that, you're likely headed to this level of 25,500. So my short-term target's actually 25.5. I think we get there within a week or two, maybe sooner.
Love it. Absolutely love it. We actually have similar targets here. But obviously my community knows that. So we want to focus on you to maybe give us, a little bit of a different perspective. Now, with those targets in mind, I know, what are your thoughts on the lower side? Because I know a lot of people are looking at that, 14 to 12K range. Some people looking even lower than that. For people who don't know, what are some targets? Like, do you think, because I know we were on Debate Crypto together and you were talking about some of your targets. Have those remained the same, or do you have, do you have different targets, or, talk a little bit about that?
So right now the targets still are the same, where I expect a near-term bounce here back to 25.5. There's a small chance we could get as high as 28, 29, but I think that ultimately this isn't the bottom yet. If it's any comparison to the .coms, there's still more downside. You still have to see more cryptocurrencies go out of business. Unfortunately, you have to see more bankruptcies out there as well. You have to flush out there's just so many cryptos out there, and they can't all exist, right? There's not room in the space for all of that. So I do think we're headed lower. The basics of my analysis is telling me that the next big support after this bounce is likely that 12 to 13,000 level. And again, number one, it's a technical level. So you got this pivot high right here around 13, right there. And then you have the secondary level here around 12. And then the other thing that I like to always remind people of is there's a measured move here, which is a technical measurement where you take this drop and then we had this consolidation here. All right, so and then you take this high and you do the same extension move that you had prior, and that brings you to about 12,000 down here. So this distance should equal this distance, which gives us that 12, 13,000 marker. And then the last thing I would say is that in general with Bitcoin, previous winters have basically resulted in 80 to 85% corrections. And if you do an 80% drop, that kind of gives us that 12,000 range. So I think there's multiple factors that are telling us that we're likely headed there.
Yeah, and I remember when you were showing these targets on, when you were showing them on Debate Crypto and you were talking about the measured move, and I was like, I bet you that's pretty close to that 80, 85% correction as you were talking about it, and there it was. I would also say, I do want to say this as well. I do remember, I don't know if you were on Ben's channel or BitBoy Crypto's channel when you said this. I want to say you've had these lower targets before they were cool. I do remember that. So you got to give credit.
They were the opposite. They were the opposite of cool. They were the levels that got me ridiculed, but that's okay. That's part of being a trader.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love that and it does speak a lot to your experience and, your confidence as a trader, which obviously is well-deserved with 20 years of experience, that you don't waver, right? People, the whole herd's talking about this and you're just like, you know what? I know what I'm doing. I don't care if people are calling me crazy. I'm sticking to what I know. And now everybody's talking about that target. So kudos to you.
And the one thing I would say too is that, I always say is that the purest form of truth is the chart. And I think you'd agree with this, Frankie, is that, people will say whatever they want. They have ulterior motives, they have emotion, but really it's the chart that isn't going to BS you. And that's why I love looking at that so closely, is because it is truth.
Right. And unlike traders, the charts don't have emotion. That is right. And then just moving on here before we take some questions from chat. I like to ask, people who we have on, I like to ask, for me, I use a lot of Market Cipher. I use a mixture of Market Cipher and traditional TA. It's kind of like my main things. Obviously, I have tried everything in the book through my journey. I've tried things that I've not liked or it hasn't worked for me. And I really, really like Market Cipher and also mixing it with a lot of traditional TA. And a lot of times I just stick with the traditional TA. I think a lot of people complicate things a lot more than they need to be with the technical analysis. And I think, you don't want to get analysis paralysis. When it comes to your TA, are you kind of like a traditional TA guy? Do you have any indicators that you like to go to, like your favorites?
So I'm with you, is that simple is better. And again, the main thing is that you do overcomplicate, and then you do get these mixed signals, and then you're like, oh my goodness, well, which one do I believe? And so really, like you saw in my charts, I draw my own trend lines, I do some calculations, but aside from that, everything I need is there. Now, that's not to say that other things don't work, right? There's so many ways to come up with the same result, but for me, it's just what I've kind of grown up on and what works for me. So I do occasionally use the RSI. I like looking for negative divergences or positive divergences. So I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's overbought on the RSI or oversold. I've seen things remain overbought for a long time where you could go broke trying to short that. But it's about the negative divergences that are pretty accurate. And then I think that when you do get a negative divergence on the RSI, it's about also looking for other factors, right? So do you get a topping tail plus a negative divergence? Do you get a reversal with volume? The key is never trust one, but look for multiple things that are telling you the same thing. And that's where you're going to get your percentages higher, right? So sometimes the retail trader, the newer trader will be like, oh, well, I see this one thing, so it's going to happen. And the reality is one thing, maybe it's 60-40 odds, but it's about adding 2 or 3 more in there where you get that 80% success rate as a positive signal.
Yeah, absolutely. I like to preach multiple confirmations as well. We actually, I did a video today on the stochastic RSI and kind of was going over the same thing. Like, you don't want to just trade off of this because like you just said, I found a spot on the chart where it was oversold. And I was like, if you were trying to short this thing stayed oversold for a while. So I love that. We preach multiple, looking at multiple things. You never want to trade off one indicator. Now, I want to move on to some questions from chat here. Now, let's see. So we have Raymond Robinson asking, is that a Head and Shoulders that completed on the S&P 500 today?
Let's take a look here. So let's see what we got on the chart here on the S&P. So I'm assuming, and again, I could be wrong, but I'm assuming you're looking at this down here, up to here, maybe down to here, and then up here, and then down, right? So this is one of the interesting things, and again, there's multiple ways that people can figure it out, but one of the things I found is that head and shoulder patterns should always have flat trend line necklines, or they should have an incline, right? So this one would be a declining Like, so your neckline, when you connect your neckline, and let me get rid of this one here, the neckline is declining like that. So this wouldn't be what I would consider a high percentage head and shoulder pattern. Now it has broken down, but one of the tricky things about head and shoulders is that you can actually calculate the exact target. So let me show you guys on the Bitcoin chart. I just want to show you something. This was one of my first calls, even before my $65,000, $68,000 short. One of the things I saw on Bitcoin going back to last April was this head and shoulders here. So let me show you here. So here, and I love, by the way, Frankie, thank you for letting me teach a little bit. I love this stuff.
Of course.
So here was the head and shoulders pattern right here. And you can see it there. So this neckline from connecting this point to this point is inclining or flat, and this one is inclining. That's a valid one. And what you can do is you can calculate, the reason why head and shoulders are awesome is because you can actually calculate the downside target. What you do is you take the highest point of the head and you drop a plumb line straight down. And you take that distance, and when you break the neckline, you should, in theory, let me get rid of that, you should actually go that same distance. And what you'll find is that if you take this distance, when you broke right here, the exact distance is when you fell to this low. So this low right here is this exact distance here. That would be a completed head and shoulder pattern. So just some cool stuff like that about how the charts work and the symmetry of it. And it really is amazing stuff, really.
I tell my community all the time, like when we look at stuff like that and it works out perfectly, I tell them, I'm like, this is why I get so excited about technical analysis. People think I'm like, people look at you like, how do you stare at the charts so much? I'm like, it's so cool to me, to see all this stuff work like that.
It's definitely like a kid in the candy store. I'm the same way, right? You see something and like sometimes I'll be doing a video, I'm sure you're the same way, and you see something, you just like, holy cow, I can't believe that. Oh my goodness. It's just like, it's that, because this is the beautiful thing about trading is that number one, so brain surgeons, awesome, all the respect to a brain surgeon, but think about the amount of time and effort they have to put in to become a pro. They got to go to work. They got to be on call. They got to be on, it's a grueling, intense job. Here I can trade and I put on a pretty shirt for these interviews like with you, but in reality, when I'm by myself, it's a cutoff shirt, some sweats or whatever I want, and I can make more money than a brain surgeon just from sitting behind a computer screen. It is the best job in the world, for me at least.
I could not agree more. Now, this is the most important question of the interview. Are you actually wearing pants?
So I am wearing pants, but they are not nice pants.
There you go.
I'm certainly not naked from the waist down.
I love that. And yeah, I would agree. That is one of the coolest things about trading. And, you don't have to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars, paying for school. There's so many free things, and paid things too. I always tell people, I think people are very wary about paying for stuff. Some of the most important things I've learned have been from paid courses. You got to be careful, but with people you trust, like you, I'm not 100% sure. We could find out when you leave. You let us know, what you have going on. And, but, when you find trusted people, you can, you don't want to be too afraid to, spend a little bit of money, especially when a lot of these things are cheaper than college and can make you as much money as a brain surgeon.
So true, Frankie. Like it drives me nuts. I sometimes have traders come in and I'm like, all right, take this course or whatever it may be. And they're like, oh, but it's $1,000. And I'm like, okay, so you're going to lose 10,000 instead by not taking the course. So this, the market is going to make you pay or you pay to learn one way or the other. And I'm telling you, from my experience, I probably did lose the same amount of money as it would have been to go to brain surgery school or med school or whatever. So if I could go back and redo it, I would gladly pay. I'd pay $150,000 for a good education, because I lost about 5 times that in my early career trying to learn. And this was when I didn't have a lot of money. Back then, it was like I started with a $10,000 account, and I would lose some, and I'd work like 3 jobs, replenish it, lose some more. And eventually I got like 100 in the account, then I lost 70 in a day. And it was just, every trial and tribulation you could go through. And so definitely take that advice. Like if you have a good course, even if it costs $1,000 or a couple $1,000, it probably will save you $50,000.
Absolutely. And like I said, I think that is a big reason why a lot of traders fail is because, it takes a special kind of person to like you were just saying, to lose that money and replenish and lose it again and put it back in and just keep getting hammered down and hammered down. It takes a special type of person to push through that and prevail and get through to the other side where, I always say, when you feel like giving up, that's usually when success is right on the other side of that. So,
Yeah, but can I mention one more thing too? Is like,
yeah.
speaking of contrarian indicators, like giving up, and it's just about when the breakout is going to occur, right? Think about what Kramer just did recently. He just like bashed crypto like 2 days ago, right? About how it was all done, and then it was just about when it was going to pop up. But it just shows you like you have to, as an investor or a retail investor, you have to be able to separate your emotions. And when you see other people like a herd, the herd mentality in one direction. And this goes for Bitcoin at the highs, just like when we were, sub 20,000 here. You have to be able to say, wait a minute, this is getting too crazy in this direction, and you don't want to FOMO it. FOMO is like, by the way, fear of missing out. That fear is an emotion, right? And you can't have emotion in trading if you want to be a good, successful trader.
Yeah, I could not agree more with that. And FOMO is another one of those that I think is the one of the worst emotions that I think really, really haunts a lot of traders. It's, for me, it was one of those things. It's the greed, and FOMO kind of works into the greed as well. Because you just want to grab all the money you can.
Right.
But yeah, obviously a very dangerous game to play. Now we have another question from D Petty Crypto. He asks, and I'm actually, I did not really come from stocks. Most of my experience comes in crypto. So this would be an interesting question for me as well. He asks, how is trading stocks different from crypto? Is it different? Is it a lot different? Give us some insight here.
So super similar, super similar. The reason it's similar is because what makes a stock go up is the same thing that makes a cryptocurrency go up: greed, right? So people are buying. Same thing on the sphere side. So because humans are the ones trading these vehicles, it really, especially when you learn the charts, it's applicable to like assets like real estate, all these other things as well, which makes it really powerful to learn how to read charts, because then you start applying it to like, well, when do I buy a house? Well, let me wait for the bottom when everyone's panicking and things have dropped 40% instead of buying when houses have gone up 50% in the last year. So the same things can be applied, but it certainly is similar. The only thing with crypto that's slightly different is that because there's a lot more retail traders in there, the emotional moves are a little bit bigger. So you just have to say, okay, if I think this is going to pop here, it could pop through that level. And same thing on the downside. Instead of stopping at 19.5, which was 2000, it went all the way to 17.5 or so. So that's the slight difference. But for the most part, charts are charts. It's a beautiful thing.
I love it. I did start with stocks, but like I said, I didn't really spend much time there. It's kind of where I got started, kind of where I fell in love with technical analysis. And then I would always get bummed when the market would close. And then I found out about crypto, and I was like, wait a second. You're telling me I can actually stare at the charts 24/7? Sign me up.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So just a funny story is, so I got into futures trading for that same reason when I was younger. And like, I legit would be like waking up every hour to see, I put out like one or two contracts, and I was like, all right, listen, if I'm gonna have no ability to stay awake during the day if I keep doing this. And so for me, believe it or not, I like the fact that the market closes. With crypto, it's not like that, but I don't invest a ton of money in crypto comparatively.
I would have to agree with that as well. We call them around the office at BitBoy Crypto. We call them, the Bybit sweats or the Femex sweats. You're tossing and turning. Oh no, am I getting liquidated?
Yeah.
On that subject, do you trade? Are you trading with just on a spot account? Are you trading futures? You use leverage, margin? More specifically, how are you trading?
Yeah, so I just use the spot account. Futures with the rollover of contracts and stuff like that, I'm not a big fan of. So I just like to trade spot. I love the idea that if I want to just hold it, I can hold it. There's no expiration. There's nothing like that. So same thing goes with options. I don't like doing options because that's adding like a zillionth layer of where the option is going to expire worthless. What does it have to get above all this stuff? What's the premium? So yeah, I do spot trading, and that's, I just keep it like super simple. And part of the thing is too, folks, is that for me, who's in stocks, like So crypto is still a very new asset, so it's much more volatile as we've seen it. So I allocate a percentage of my portfolio to crypto, but it certainly isn't the majority of my portfolio yet. Eventually, I think maybe it will be when these things mature, but we're still very early on in the life cycle of crypto.
Yeah, I think that's, that's definitely a really, really good idea. Especially with crypto being such a new asset and, maturing over time. I, I have a question here from Charlie H, and this is an interesting one. Being like a technical analyst, being a chart guy or a chartist, as some people call them, do you take are you just kind of like are you a TA maxi, I guess you could call them, or do you take a lot of news into account, geopolitics? Do you take other things into account, or are you kind of like a show me the charts, I'll show you the news kind of guy?
So that's a great question, and I think the key here is that I know some people are like that where they don't even like turn on the news, they don't do anything else. I'm a big believer that as a trader you have to be fully informed, but the charts are always number one. And what I actually use the news for in many scenarios, and this is what I use Twitter for. This is what I use, the media like a CNBC, which is more stocks, but they talk some crypto. Is I actually use it as a contrarian indicator. And what I try to do is I take a step back when they're like constantly talking about something, then I'm a little bit more wary of it. And I actually start looking at the chart. Is it extended? Is it into a top? Is it a double top? Different things like that. I mean, just to give you guys one example on a stock here, let me show you guys this one. So in the past month, everything has been about like, well, we should all be investing in oil stocks, and oil's going to go to 150. It's going to go to 200. And I looked at the Exxon chart when this was going on, and this was all the financial media was all about, like buy oil stocks, they're safe. And I looked at it and I'm like, all right, so let me look. Well, number one, look at that chart extension on Exxon Mobil here. And then if you go to the weekly chart, I'm like, holy cow, look at this double top from 2014. I'm like, okay, now I'm actually liking the fact that they're pumping it and getting everyone max bullish. And then I'm seeing these negative signals. I actually ended up going short, and you could see what the stock ended up doing. And so that works for crypto, that works for this. But I think the bottom line is it's all about if you can't control your emotions, maybe don't turn on the news or don't go on social media. If you have the ability to use it to your advantage, then it's good to have it in your portfolio of tools.
Yeah, and I think what you were saying earlier, when you see the herd saying one thing, it might be a good time to do the opposite, but very hard to do when everybody around you is saying, "Oh my God, the sky is falling," and then you're like, "Maybe I'll buy." We always talk about, everybody says if Bitcoin goes down to 9K, I'm selling my car, I'm selling my house, and I'm going all in. And then you talk to those same people at 9K, and they're like, "I'm not touching that thing."
I know, and that's the cue, right? That's the cue where when I start seeing that stuff, like really, so I still feel like around this 17 to 20,000 range, people were still like, oh, it's a little scary, but I'm still gonna buy. But that's gonna be the cue where I really start to buy. And let me just be one other thing I think I want to make clear here is like, just because I think it's going to 12,000 doesn't mean that I'm not going to start a accumulation phase. So I'm very aware that as a trader, I'm not perfect. I have my downside targets. I'm very aware that they may not get hit. And so what I did was when we actually went below 20 and we got to 19, I picked up like a very small starter hodl position in Bitcoin. And I think I announced this on Twitter, is that I have my total amount that I want to invest. So let's say, I don't know, $100,000 in Bitcoin. And basically I divided up into 6 parts. And then I basically put 1/6 on the line or bought at 19,000. And then what I'm going to do is every 2 to 3,000 lower, I'm just going to buy another 1/6 and accumulate 6 total positions, making up my full amount. So, again, it's I don't want to say like 12,000 and then it gets to 12,500 and it goes to 100,000. And so I want to be kind of in the ballpark and in the accumulation zone. And if I only have a half position when it goes to $500,000, okay, well, I'm still making money, right?
Absolutely. And hey, that's not letting the greed take over right there. So got to agree with that. Now, I just have a couple more questions here. This is personal for me because I deal with this all the time, and it kind of stems off of having the difference between a hodl portfolio and a trading portfolio. Now, what do you say when there's a lot of people out there that just hate on trading? you say you're a trader and they're like, oh, so you lose all your money. And like, do you keep a HODL portfolio and a trading portfolio, or people who say TA is just, it's just nonsense. It means nothing. What are some comebacks or, arguments that you have for those people?
Yeah, so I mean the TA is I heard that all day when we were at 65 to 68.5 on Bitcoin. And the whole way down, even though obviously it stinks that it's dropping, you have to be like, all right guys. So, and by the way, all I heard at that time was, I'm like, well, on-chain analysis says this and on-chain analysis says that. And my response, by the way, for that was that sure, on-chain analysis is like fundamental analysis. Like in the long term it matters, but when people are freaking out, emotion is everything. Emotion is going to drive price in the near term. Fundamentals drive it in the long term. So that's number one. In the TA side, what do you say? I just, when they're like, oh, it's hogwash, I'm like, well, I've done it for 20 years and, I'm living in my mansion over here and like, maybe it's hogwash, but if it's working for me, it's working for me. So I mean, those are some of the things like that you can say, but listen, I think the best thing is I just on Twitter and different things, I put out my levels, and then eventually I believe that if I'm right enough times, people will come around. And I've seen that happen. I've had people that said, hey, I thought you were an idiot back when it was up here. And now I think I actually have looked into it. I follow you and I think it's amazing. And you've actually saved me money by doing this. And that's the best reward, obviously, helping people out.
Yeah, I agree with that. It is just funny, people. I also think a lot of that comes from, a lot of people might try to trade, realize how hard it is, and then just think it's impossible because they couldn't do it. But yeah, I love that answer though. It's like, I'm here in my mansion. It works for me.
Yeah.
I love
the other
that.
thing I would say, sorry, and the other thing, Frankie, I would say too is like, you're right about the fact that like people will be like, all right, well, you called this at a level and it didn't work, so then all of technical analysis is BS. But what people have to understand is that technical analysis is the law of probabilities, right? So even if you get to an 80% success rate, which is what I do on my swings, that still means out of every 10 trades, 2 times I'm going to be wrong. And so you have to look at it like that and keep that in mind about TA, is that there's no perfect science. I mean, trust me, if it was perfect, I'd be like Elon Musk. I wouldn't even be working. I'd be riding on my private jet, so obviously there's some issues there, but it's about the probabilities and money management, really.
Yeah, I say that all the time on my channel. It's a game of probability. You're not going to be right 100% of the time. And a big part of the game is, capital preservation, right? Don't lose all your money. You have to have that risk management. We talk about that all the time. Now, wrapping up here, I have another question. Now, this is for our community here. I know a lot of people that watch my channel might just be starting. I get messages all the time of people being like, "Hey, Frankie, I've been looking to get into trading, but I started watching your channel and I'm finally, gaining the confidence to get some money together and just give it a shot, get my feet wet. But I don't have a lot of money to start with." They try to ask, should I use leverage, or should I, if I have a small account, they always ask me if I have any advice on how to grow a small account. I give them my answer, but I was wondering if you had any insight into that. If you don't have a $100,000 account, how would you go about growing a smaller account?
So you should grow and this is so counterintuitive, but I see it day in, day out. If you're going to grow your small account, you have to do it like a marathon. It's the long term you got to be focused on, which means you don't bet just because you have $1,000. You don't go all in on one coin, because you're risking losing your entire investment. And if I could go back and change it, I would have millions more than I do now if I could go back and learn that. And by the way, having a small amount is actually good. If I had 10,000 when I first really started trading on my own. And if I had $1 million, I would have lost $1 million. If I had 10 million, I would have lost 10 million. So the fact that I had less money was a positive for sure, because you're going to, as a newbie, you're going to make mistakes. And so it's better to learn on a smaller amount. If you have 10,000, maybe only trade with 1,000 of it in the beginning and learn, does this work? Does that work? Oh, darn, it didn't work, but I only traded with 1,000, so it's not really crushing me. So I think that's such an important thing. One of the biggest lessons, and it's so counterintuitive, you want to learn how to trade less and you'll make more. So most people, and this was me in the beginning, I would do like 20, 30 trades in a day. It was crazy. And now I do 1 or 2, maybe, sometimes 0. Like today, I didn't even do a day trade. and I make so much more money because I'm only taking the absolute best setups, which means I'm going to have more of a chance of being in the money, which if you're out of the money, your emotion comes into play, and you want them to be easy. Like, nothing's easy, but you want it to be as low emotion as it can be. Therefore, you wait for the best setups, and those are the ones you trade, all right? So again, the adrenaline, I know the adrenaline junkie and all of us wants to be in on the action and just constantly, but you got to learn how to just hold that horse back and just take it slow, only take the best setups, and you'll grow that $1,000 account so much faster. By the way, one little tidbit to do this. Take $10,000 and multiply it by, let's say, 25% a year, right? So 25, 25, 25, and watch that number grow over 10 years. Do the same thing with 50, or let's do 75. So 75% growth, but then every other year you lose 75% because you were going all in, right? And you'll see which number turns out to be more. And it's amazing. You're 75% per year, but every other year you lose 75% is still your same number to start with, like $10,000. You're 25% compounded in like 10 years, you're nearing $1 million.
Yeah, I absolutely love that. Trade less, make more. That is, I absolutely love that. I try to tell people, focus on getting consistent percentages, right? If you get 10% consistently a day or whatever the percentage is, you can always up that capital. So yeah, I absolutely love that. Great advice. Let's see if we have, I think we might have, okay, so this will be the last, this will be the last question. This is kind of speculative, so we won't hold you to this. But Lane Hughes, shout out to Lane Hughes. We love Lane. He asked, can you ask Gareth where he sees BTC or ETH going in the next bull run after the halving price-wise? I get this question all the time, so I'm curious to see, if you have any predictions. Speculative, obviously.
Yeah. So, I mean, the things that I would do is I would just go to the charts, right? And I try to say, okay, well, whatever I think doesn't really matter. Let's look at what could be. And right. So the number one thing you could do is you could connect these highs, right? And then whenever we have that next bull run, I don't know where this line will be, but it's very possible that could be your upside target. Maybe it's 100,000, maybe up by then it could be 300,000 for all we know. So that would be one way to do it. You could also look at like the percentage gain from 2013 up, which is all the way back here and tiny, and then this one here, and then this here, and you could see, okay, what was your average percent that each bull run did, and then use that average to extrapolate out what the next move could be. So I mean, it's hard to know for sure. I like to think that the next bull run will be the biggest bull run, considering I think the Fed will go back to printing money and we'll still have higher inflation in the mix. So I would say again, maybe if I had to guess, I think maybe 2.25, 250. I do think that is possible.
Amazing. Could not have asked for a better answer. Gareth, I do want to say the one thing that I absolutely love about your analysis is you can just tell that, when you're talking about this stuff, you can just tell you think very logically, like obviously to be expected after 20 years of trading, just very, very logical. And, I also love, I think there's a lot of people out there that are very, very deterministic about the things that they believe. And they kind of just lean on there's like, I dealt with this a lot, even people, close to me, when we were sitting at that macro golden pocket before we broke 20K, everyone's going, there's no way we're breaking that macro golden pocket. How much further do you think we can go? And my number one thing was, I don't think you've ever been through a bear market before. And, just like, what are you basing that off of? It's all emotion, but you are just straight charts, straight numbers. I love that.
I'll say this one thing is that you're right. The logic, as you trade more and more, you become much more logical and unemotional. And I'll tell you that my wife hates that. So, like she sometimes she looks for, get like, more, and I'm very much like, well, this is it. And this is this. So that's gotta be that. And she's like, what the, so there's positives and negatives. It's great for trading. And in all fairness, it's great in life to be very logical about your decisions. But it has its drawbacks too. There are some slight issues that can arise.
I love that. That is too funny. I have Mrs. Candles at home, and she's like, you're good at trading because you have no emotion. I'm like, oh, yeah. Come on. But Gareth, Uh, again, thank you so much for coming on. We really appreciate it. I know my community was absolutely super excited to have you on. Thank you for sharing all of your very valuable insight. So before we let you go, I'm going to give you the stage. If you got anything you want to, please shamelessly shill yourself because we appreciate you coming on here.
Thank you so much. And honestly, I got to do this more often. It was a great time talking with you, and I hope people
Absolutely.
found it beneficial. You can come find me on Twitter at Gareth Soloway. VerifiedInvestingCrypto.com is my website for crypto. And then if you're into stocks, which you wouldn't believe how many people have started with crypto and then they're like, oh, so this works for stocks too. And then they come over and they make money on stock trading and stock swing trading as well. So those are the two sites. And again, my biggest thing is just get educated. It will save you money in the long run. Follow people that know what they're doing, not pumpers that are just pumping ridiculous at highs. Find people that actually have some sort of methodology behind what they do. And again, folks, if I can do it, there's nothing special. I don't have a high IQ or anything like that. So if I can do it, each one can do it, but you need to have a structure to learn. All right. So thank you again, Frankie, for letting me on, and it's been a pleasure.
Of course. No, thank you for coming, Gareth. And yeah, that is great advice. We were this was invaluable to our community. So thank you so much for coming on, Gareth. Hopefully we can get you on again soon. And you were on the morning show today on BitBoy Crypto. You're just taking over the Bit Squad today. I love it.
Everywhere.
All right, man. Take it easy. Thank you again for coming on. We appreciate it.
Take care.
Woo! What about that, Mafia? Mr. Gareth Soloway. Amazing. Gareth, again, we appreciate you. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. We almost wanted to hold him. I know Gareth is a busy man, so we didn't want to take up too much of his time. But that was awesome. I hope you guys really, really like that. I hope you guys learned something. Gareth, it really is, with 20 years of experience, that is some invaluable information that you can't learn that stuff, without that much experience. So we love Gareth here. So hopefully we will have him on more often. But we got 975 people still in here. Thank you for everybody tuning in. 394 likes, guys. Let's go for 750 likes. We'll give you guys 10 spins. We'll give you 20 spins on the wheel for 750 likes. Smash that like button if you guys want to win some free NFTs or Ledger Nano S's, maybe. So yeah, guys. And speaking of Ledger Nano S's, before we dive into our regular show and we start doing RTA, and we'll start talking about the prices right now. Bitcoin coming in at $21,629 right now. But before we get into it, guys, I just want to make a quick announcement because I know a lot of crazy things are going on with these exchanges, and I know that we also we have referral links to some of these exchanges like KuCoin and stuff like that. I just want to let you guys know, be careful. Right now, I still have some of my crypto on KuCoin, but that doesn't mean, I just want you guys to be, be cautious of this going on because I know we push it, and the last thing I would ever want is to push something that could harm our community. So I just want to make a public announcement that, all these exchanges going insolvent, all this stuff like that is a very real thing, and you have to take that, that risk and that decision into your own hands. And I'm not just going to shamelessly shill our links, knowing that you guys could be in danger. We have the links in the description and everything, but I just want to let you guys know that, just because I might move my stuff off of KuCoin, and if I do, I'll let you know. I'm just completely transparent. I don't have too much on there, so I'm not like super, super worried about it, but it is a concern. And I know, again, we push this, we love KuCoin. It's a great exchange. But with all this stuff happening, please be cautious. We don't just want to shamelessly shill a link when you guys can get hurt from it. So we're going to leave the links there if to make your own decision. But please, you have to take that risk and that decision into your own hands and decide if you want to get your crypto off these exchanges. So just be aware, guys. I just want you guys to be safe. We do not want the mafia to lose any money, especially if it's from, just something like that where you just lose all your money on exchange. So just be careful, guys. I wanted to be very, very clear about that. But on the bright side, we are starting to give away some ledgers. So it's kind of a perfect time to be giving these away. And maybe we'll take a poll. If you guys wanted to take a break from the NFT giveaways, maybe we can give away a couple of ledgers instead. There would just be less winners, but a ledger, ledgers are like $60 depending on which one you get. The NFTs are a little cheaper. So with this stuff going on, maybe we'll make the switch over. But without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and jump into the charts. So here we are on the Bitcoin 12-minute. I'm kidding, guys. We're gonna start over here on the daily. Just talk about some things that we were talking about recently, and where we can kind of think, where I kind of think we're headed, right? And obviously we just spoke to Gareth. We don't really have much of a different opinion. We have very similar opinions, which is interesting because he has a little bit of a we basically have the same targets, similar targets, very similar targets, but Tony just said he'll match me on any Ledger Nano-esque giveaways that we do this week. So shout out to Tony D. But we have very similar targets and where we're looking at for Bitcoin to go, but we have a little bit different way of getting there, which is why why technical analysis is so interesting. So taking a look here at the weekly chart, just to cover this for the people who have not seen, we are printing a double green dot on the weekly for Market Cipher. Not confirmed yet, so take it with a grain of salt. But the fact that we are seeing a move up, maybe this is the beginning of the relief rally and we can confirm this weekly green dot, could possibly happen, but it's important to know it's not confirmed just yet. 6-day is printing 2 double green dots. CryptoFace calls these snake eyes. This is bullish in the longer term, right? So we could see some pumps, we could see some dumps on the lower time frames. It's just low time frame noise. A lot of times, especially if this confirms, it could take time, but those longer time frames could prevail. So we always compare it to when we found the blood diamond on the weekly chart right here. Well, this isn't the weekly. Right here, we have the blood diamond on the weekly. And we announced it and got absolutely crucified. People were like, no way, we're going to break out to 100K. You think we're going down because of a stupid blood diamond? TA is garbage. And then the next day we got a little bit of a pump and they really came at my throat. But look how this wound up playing out. So the longer time frames take a little time to play, right? So you just want to remember that. But these longer time frames are looking pretty decent. Now, coming to the daily, we did put in a daily bullish divergence here, which we are starting to see play out, obviously, with this little bit of a pump. Now, I just want to talk market structure just a little bit here, let's just talk. We were talking yesterday, right, about this little pattern here. We were talking about how typically with Bitcoin, the way we've been seeing it behave lately is you get a big move down, right? You get a big drop down and then you consolidate, right? You create that bear flag pattern and then you continue down, right? Bearish continuation pattern. So you continue down and then you consolidate up and to the side, creating another bear flag and then another big capitulation. And now we are starting to just kind of bing bong around just like that. These are the two scenarios that I see happening. We could either see this turn into a bear flag, right? Let me use a different tool here just so it's a little bit cleaner, right? We could see this turn into a bear flag just before continuing down. Maybe somebody clip this. We could see this turn into another bear flag and come down and break down closer towards that 14K target. That would be the next level I'm looking at, is around $14,000 if the bear case were to play out. However, even though we've seen these bear flags play out very, very well in the recent past, we are in a little bit of a different situation. The market environment is just different, right? We are so oversold, right? If you just pull up the regular RSI, you could see how oversold we are on the weekly, right? We were absolutely crushed on the weekly, starting to curve up here on the RSI just a little bit. Let me move this over so you guys can see. Starting to come back up just a little bit. So it's a little bit of a different structure, right? Different environment in the market. Doesn't mean that we can't, break out bearishly, but the fact that we are so oversold on the weekly would indicate that we could possibly be finding a bottom. And when you have that RSI starting to curve up as well as a double green dot on the weekly for Bitcoin, this has indicated bottoms before, whether it's the bottom or a temporary bottom, right? Right here in 2018, we got a double green dot on the weekly and it almost marked the bottom perfectly, right? We get it right here, right on these candles. We came up a little bit and we came down a little bit more before coming back up in this little fake out bull run that we had in 2019. So you get a little turbulence, but it did call almost the bottom perfectly. So you want to remember that in the run before, in the bull run before that, we did get 2 weekly green dots, right? So it's not end all be all. There's a double green dot, it's the bottom. It's not like that. You could see 2 come in, but they are very, very rare signals. And if you look at the 2018 call with this double green dot, you'll see that the RSI was about at the same level that we are at currently right now, if you guys can see that. We're actually a little lower right now, I believe. So, would indicate that we could be having a bottom, which is why I think that this scenario could play out. And I'm going to show you guys here in just a second. So you're either going to get this bear flag possibly and then continue down, but because of how oversold we are, the green dot on the weekly, the snake eyes on the 6th day, it is looking a little bit different, and it's looking more likely, it's looking a little more likely that we could possibly get another pop to the upside. But similar to what Gareth was saying, I'm not convinced that this is definitely the bottom for this bear market. I do think that we could potentially come a little bit lower. I'll show you my lower targets in just a second. They're very similar to Garrett's. But this is kind of the other way I see this playing out is, we could be also, right? We were talking about this yesterday, how this bear flag could potentially be turning into a ascending triangle, or let's bring this up. We could have something form like this, right? Where you're coming up and let me extend this out, right? And you come in and you drop down, you consolidate, and then you get squeezed to the upside, and then you get a nice breakout for a bigger relief rally. And now my targets for this are going to be, let me just draw them out real quick for you guys on the daily chart, right? So if you guys remember, I'm sure it will be very familiar to all you guys, the macro golden pocket that we had right here. I'm going to rough these out. They might not be exact to the dollar, but we have this macro golden pocket right here. It's right here, right? We bounced here in the summer of 2021 before coming back up, right? And then we came back down, obviously, most recently and broke down. Now, in the absolute most bullish scenario, let me just grab a box here so we can get this fib off of our chart to clear it up just a little bit. Now, if you're a regular viewer of this show, you'll know this. We covered this yesterday, but I do think there is a potential possibility that we could, where's my brush tool? In the most bullish scenario, if we do get a decent relief bounce, that weekly green dot confirms we're looking real bullish, we get a nice relief bounce, I do think that we could be working our way back up to potentially test the bottom of this golden pocket. Again, it's not the exact dollar amount. I roughed out this golden pocket just to save time for the live. But between 26.5 and 25.5 is kind of the area that I think that we may be able to make it up to. Now, I know a lot of people might be like, how do you think we're going to pump that much in a bear market? We did this yesterday. A 50% pump in a bear market is not unlikely. It is not unlikely at all. And if you don't believe me, let's take a field trip back here to 2018. Right here, we came all the way down here, pumped up here. That was 98% pump roughly, right? And then you come here, you get another pump right here. This comes up about 56%, right? Come here, you get another pump. Now, this is in the middle of a bear market, 47%, even all the way at the bottom here. You get a nice little 35% pump up here. So a 50% pump in a bear market is not unlikely. But what I want you guys to do is be careful, because the perma bulls are going to come out, right? They're going to come out and they're going to be screaming all-time highs incoming, all-time highs incoming. And I want to go full FaceTime here. They're going to be coming out of the bushes. Guys, the bull runs back on. Go all in. The bull runs back on. I am not subscribing to that, right? Coming back to the charts here, I would, if we do make it up this high, I would expect a harsh rejection to possibly be coming down to make that lower low, right? We're going to come up, reject, come down, make some lower lows, come closer to that $15,000 level. And I think that's likely. If we do make it up that high, I don't think, I want to be very, very, very clear. I do not think that it's like bull run back on time, right? I don't think it's time to go. I think it's, if you catch these moves to the upside, there's plenty of money to be made. But when we get up to these major resistances like that macro golden pocket, I think it's very likely we reject. I think if you want to go a little more bullish, if you want to go take it a little another step or take it a step further, and you want to go a little more bullish, if you want to get real, you want to do some real moon math here. Well, not moon math, but if you want to do some moon boy predictions here, maybe we can. Obviously, you've seen in 2018, we saw a 98 to 100% pump in the bear market. I think maybe if you get past there, we would have, let's get to the golden pocket first. But in the most bullish of scenarios, maybe we make it back up to this resistance line that we have been rejected from a few times before, right? Obviously, we topped out here, and then you got rejected here. So maybe we come up and tap this level, which is getting closer to 30K before finally coming down and making lower lows, right? Like Gareth was saying, no one's going to be 100% right. It's impossible to call it to the dollar. So that's why you want to have these it's all a game of probability, right? You want to have these setups. This is the bullish setup. This is the bearish setup. And you want to have the bullish case, the bearish case. You could lean one way or the other, but you want to be ready if the market goes in either direction, because on this YouTube channel, we make money whether the price is going up or down. You guys will know this if you guys were tuning in. Last month we were absolutely crushing the shorts, and then as the market got a little weird in the past few weeks, I've personally been sitting out, which I've been teaching everybody. It's okay to sit out and let the dust settle in this market. You don't have to get into, and Gareth said the same thing. Trade less, make more. You don't need to be in 15 trades every single day. If you like scalping and you know what you're doing and you like doing that and you're making money, that's fine. But you don't have to. I think a lot of people think they have to be in 15 trades a day. But these are kind of the two scenarios that I see possibly happening. Now let's come down to some lower time frames here. Now, more locally, this is like, these targets are in the most bullish scenario. So let me give you guys some more local targets, in the shorter term here. So I do think this is probably going to be, let's put some resistance here. Obviously, we're hitting some resistance right here. But this 22.9, 23K area, I do think could be a little bit more of a local. We could probably get this to get to 23. About 23K would be a little bit of a more local target, right? Which would, let's just draw this back, which would support this, if you see this ascending triangle starting to form. The question is, are we going to get a rejection here and just kind of bing bong up and down around here before getting a final breakout to break higher? Or could we potentially just pop up, flip this to support, and test this 23K level again? First. There's another scenario, a little bit more of a local target, right? And then that, retesting that golden pocket, we're still a ways away from that, right? What would that be percentage wise? Coming up here, 23% pump, right? Not unlikely in a bear market to see that happen, but a little more local, 23K. I do think it's likely that we get there. Now, let's pull up our other chart. Zoom in. I got to turn off some of these levels. This is getting out of control. All right, here we go. So we are coming up to this value area high / spider line, right? We came up to the value area high, got rejected, boom, boom. Now we're banging our head against this spider line. So that is our local resistance that we are fighting right now. Guys, 987 people in here. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate every single one of you guys. If you're new, welcome to the Frankie Candles YouTube channel, where we show you how to make money trading crypto, whether the price is going up or down. Everybody's scared of this bear market. Everybody's all depressed in the bear market, and we're just over here laughing at the bank, trading this thing all the way down to having a great time, right? So smash that like button if you have not already. If you're new, we have a wheel that has, a bunch of fun stuff. We have challenges for me to do, embarrassing things for me to do. And there are 2 spots on that giveaway to win free NFTs, free ledger analysis. We gave away 2 tickets to Bitcoin Miami 2022 when we went there. Got to meet some pretty cool people out there from the CandleMafia. So smash up that like button. For every 100 likes we get, you guys get a spin on that wheel and 2 spots on that wheel for a giveaway. So smash up those likes and you help out your boy, and it pushes this channel out to other people on crypto YouTube so they can get this information too. So we want to grow this CandleMafia into an unstoppable force. But shout out to all the new people in here, guys. Hit that subscribe button. And join us. We're out here. We're making money. We don't care if Bitcoin's crashing. We collect either way. But let's go ahead and check chat real quick before we get into some more short-term analysis here. I gave you guys kind of my macro. I hope you guys are liking that. I know a lot of the times here we cover short-term trades. Like I let you guys know like where I think we can get to tonight or tomorrow, so we can get these nice little scalp trades in. But I've been showing you guys a little bit of more of the longer-term predictions or longer-term ideas that I have of what I think the market is going to do. So I hope you guys are liking that. But let's go ahead and check on chat and see. Yay, what's up, Matthew Barnes? What is going on, man? I appreciate you for being here. DJ, what is going on? Mr. A, I like this video a lot. Let's go, Mr. A, or Al, as we call him on the channel. I appreciate you for being here, man. Let's see. New to crypto, should I take the profits on the coins that are up and put it into Bitcoin? Kyle, I can't personally make those decisions for you. But I will say this, typically in a bear market, Bitcoin does perform better than the altcoins. Altcoins will bleed against Bitcoin in a bear market if history is any indication. So you can take that for what it's worth. I am not looking to pick up alts just yet. I am waiting to see if we can get another move to the downside because you don't want to get into these alts and then have them bleed, more. So I'm holding off on the alts, looking to buy some Bitcoin, looking to buy, not on these pumps, obviously, even though 21K is probably in the long term going to wind up being a pretty good place to buy if we're at 250K one day. So, but I'm staying away from alts for now. The only coins that I'm still holding, I still hold all of my XRP. I never sold any of my XRP. I am down bad on my XRP, but it's okay. I don't plan on selling it. I'm holding it. I'm accumulating more. But other than that, I've taken all my profits out of my altcoins. XRP is really the only altcoin I have. I have a little bit of ETH as well. I have a certain amount of ETH that I will never sell. So, until it goes crazy. But let's see. TA Tim, where's he at? Is he still here? Did I miss that? I don't know how old that was, but TA Tim, dude, if you're here, I appreciate you for stopping by, man. Let's see. What's up, bro? New here. I appreciate you. Hey, Harshad, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for being here. Smash that subscribe button. Welcome to the Mafia, the CandleMafia, that is. We don't want to get kicked off YouTube. Welcome to the family, brother. We're happy to have you. Let's see. Gala, PayPal for life. We can check out Gala. Subscribe. Let's go. Gimper, what's up, man? Thank you. Let's see. Altcoins will bleed out in the bear market. BTC is king. Don't buy into altcoins right now. It's the worst time to buy. Peter, yeah, that's kind of, I have the same philosophy, my man. I have the same philosophy. What's up, bro? Let's see. Captain, you should, but is Captain Kirk? Captain Kirk brought back the classic name. I love it, Captain. Let's see. It's DCA time, y'all. Let's go. YOLO Baggins. Frankie, will you let us know when to jump in for the 28K pump, or do you think we'll have another rejection before going up? Yeah, just, listen, just to clear you guys up on what I'm doing right now, as of right now, I am not buying in, I'm not trading these prices right here. You do not want to buy the tops of these giant pumps, right? You want to wait for a pullback. Now, tragic story, guys. Tragic story today. I was watching the price, right? Let's go to the 15-minute. I was watching price, right? We came all the way up here, put these two tops in, came down, was looking to get a position as we came down. If we pull our Fibonacci retracement from here, hang on. Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. Let's just come here. Okay. So where was it? I think it was the 15-minute. All right, let's see. Let me pull up my naked chart. So I got to clean this chart up for you guys so it's not completely just a total mess. But yeah, so here we are, right? We pumped up here, and I don't have my levels here, but we rejected off of our level. And I was waiting for a pullback to this local golden pocket. I got pulled to record a video. I came back. We came back and came down and kissed the level perfectly and took off, and the rocket ship took off without me. I should have set a limit order. I didn't. I was in a rush. I was busy. But like I always say, you miss some, you win some, and you lose some. So this one was missed, but hey, I'm not buying in up here. Could we just continue higher? Absolutely. But you gotta put the restraint on those emotions. You don't want to miss out. I know, but I'm holding out on this. I'm not trying to buy. I will wait for a better pullback, right? And if you're wondering where I would look for a pullback, if we can get a pullback down to this golden pocket, I would look to maybe get in, assuming that Market Cipher, Lux Algo, the indicators that I use, and all my TA is in agreement for a long position. I will be looking to enter, and I will let you guys know in the Discord, right? If you're not in the Discord yet, guys, it's 100% free. I put my TA in there, not every single day, but a lot of the time I put my TA in there. I let you know what I'm waiting for price to do. And if I see that happen, what I am looking to do trade-wise, right? So I'll say if price comes up to this level and we put in a higher high and we get a bearish divergence and a sell signal on Lux Algo or whatever the confirmations are, if I get this, I'm going to put in a short trade, and then you guys can find that on your charts. Keep a lookout for it. And what you do with that information is totally up to you. But I do not recommend copycat trading. Typically doesn't end up well, but I know a lot of people are really enjoying that TA. So join the Discord, and this is where I'll keep you guys updated on that. I can update you guys quickly. So if I do wind up getting into, start building my position, I will keep you guys updated on that, on some trades that I'm in. And we have fun in that Discord, and everybody's learning. It's great. It's an awesome place. So definitely check that out. We got a lot of fun stuff going on there. Let's see. I think I saw TA Tim. Hey, good call there, Frankie. Let's go, TA. Let's go, TA. Let's go, Tim. I appreciate you for being in here, man. Yeah, we love you, dude. Let's see. Always wait for some confluence and confidence, especially if using leverage. TA Tim, louder for the people in the back, my dude. Thank you for being here, Tim. We appreciate you. Let's see. Too many plebs swearing on XRP. Yeah. Jaser, I'm not sure how to say your name. Yeah, just to be clear, guys, you want to understand XRP is more of a risky play, right? They're in the lawsuit with the SEC. Obviously, a more risky play. I am accumulating more, but like I'm not betting, the farm on XRP. I just didn't sell it because I was in the red, right? I wasn't able to get profits out, and I'm not going to sell in the red, right? Especially now I'm down so much that it doesn't make sense to sell in the red, right? So I'm comfortable, right? And this goes back to risk management. You don't want to invest more than you're willing to lose, and if it goes down to zero, I'm comfortable taking that loss. Am I going to be happy? No, but it's not going to ruin my life. So just be careful. I'm not. It probably did sound like I was going super all in on XRP, but no. Risk management, guys. All right, let's see here. Who else we got? Melt faces of the holders because it's going to zero. Bitcoin or XRP? Maybe XRP. I don't know about Bitcoin, but let's see. It is better sitting on the sideline and missing a trade than buying the top and losing. TA Tim, louder for the people in the back. TA Tim, dude, we need you in here to keep the knowledge flowing in chat. I love it. I'm pinning that, dude. I'm pinning this comment. Let's go. That is important, my man. That is very important. Let's see, Jay Rego. Yeah, we will check on Lux Algo. Okay, yeah, XRP to zero. Yeah, definitely more likely than Bitcoin. Shout out to Jazer. Thank you for being here, bro. I appreciate you. Jay Rego, yeah, can we check out the algo indicator? Yes, we'll check out that in a second. What's up, Brezzy? Welcome to the chat. The club NFT, too much negativity on the altcoins. Y'all going to miss the bottom. Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm just not going all in on altcoins right now. They're typically, they if we are not at the bottom, you're always at a risk of missing the bottom, right? But, you also don't want to buy altcoins right now and have them bleed out way more. And then, you could miss the bottom that way too. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, that's why everybody's got to make their own decision, right? Let's see. Are you buying ADA? Yes, I will buy ADA. Worst time to buy in a bear market? Come on. No, definitely the best time to buy. I'm just not buying altcoins right now. I don't know if you guys have been through a bear. If you've been through a bear market, you'll know what I'm talking about. But I'm just not going all in on altcoins just yet. XRP is going to be huge next bull run. Let's go. I hope so. All right, let's see. DCA all the way. Yes. Can we check the shorter time frames, Frankie? Yeah, let's do it. All right, let's go ahead and let's go to the 12-minute. I should hide some of this, some of these levels here. Okay. Yeah, like I said, coming right up to those spider lines. Whoever hates on spider lines, I don't know what you're doing. Spider lines are the most reliable thing ever. I'm exaggerating, not the most reliable thing ever. But let's turn on Market Cipher A. See, no blood diamonds, no nothing like that. Let's check the 15-minute. Yeah, I mean, you have money flow coming out on the lower time frames. The money flow is coming out. Maybe we do cool off just a little bit here. Let's check what's the 1 hour doing? 2 hour, yeah. VWAP coming down on the 1 hour, 2 hour coming down. You're likely to calm down here a little bit. Nothing goes straight up forever. And you do have that strong resistance of that spider line. So you want to keep that into account. Now, we're going to start working up. Yeah. And you do have a spider line here at, can't make this up, guys. You have this level here at about 23, about 23K. And that would be more local if a more local target. If we can pop up over here, flip this to support and work our way up, that, this 23K level is probably more of a local target. If we do get above that, we do have another spider line right here that is going to back up as resistance. So you want to make sure there is resistance up there. So, even if we do make it up there, if we don't get a pullback here, it would be likely to at least get a pullback, back down, at this level between these two levels of resistance, right? Spider line, very strong. And then you got your 23K level, which you've been rejected from a few times here. So, yeah, there's the lower time frames for you guys. Let's check in on the DXY, guys, because the DXY obviously has been going absolutely nuts. Bitcoin not reacting like it typically does to the DXY. It's not reacting as aggressively to the DXY as it typically does, which could be a good thing for Bitcoin, maybe. But I mean, the DXY has been absolutely ripping. Maybe, let's come to the 4 hour. I mean, if you come to the 1 hour, you could be putting in a double top here. Let me turn off Market Cipher A so we can kind of see a little better. Yeah, I mean, coming up to some resistance here. Again, new charts, guys, new trading view account. We don't have all of our levels here. I got to set them. But you are coming up to some resistance here. I mean, maybe, yep, one top, little M correction here could be what we're looking at. One top, two tops, and then you come down a little bit. But we'll have to see what happens. Let's check the higher time frames. Yeah, I don't know. So your VWAP on the 4 hour, right? Your VWAP on the 4 hour, let's zoom in on this. You are getting a little rejected at that 0 line, but this is probably going to cross sooner than later, which would, be bullish for the DXY, could cause you to break this resistance and come even higher. So this DXY the DXY has no chill whatsoever. Let's see, let's pull up the SPY as well. Let's see what the SPY is doing. I was very busy today, guys. I did not have a chance to look at all of this stuff. Yeah, let me get rid of this. This is from a pre-recorded video we did. Okay. Yeah, I mean, still just kind of hanging out in the same area. Again, kind of stinks that we don't have our levels here. But this is, boom. Yeah, I mean, just still kind of hanging out here. Nothing really to deduce from this. But yeah, not much to come from this. But for Bitcoin, guys, like I said, let's come down to the 15-minute. And yeah, so this spider line is this is your resistance right here. This is the strong resistance. Looks like you could be putting somewhat of a bull pennant in here, which would be obviously indicative of a bullish continuation. So yeah, there you go. I mean, this could break to the upside, but you do have that strong resistance of the spider line above you, which is coming in at about 21,700. So watch that. And then you do have your value area high right here at 21,768 about. So just know that even if this does break bullish, you do have this resistance up here. So I am waiting for a little bit of a cool off. I think I mentioned this on yesterday's stream that I was waiting for that 3. Hopefully, again, I don't recommend that you guys just trade off of what people say. You should not do that. It's counterproductive. You're not going to learn. But if you listen to yesterday's stream, I was saying I was looking to enter a long position, start building a long position on this 3 hour money flow crossover. And I didn't. It happened. And like I said, today I was very busy. I did not get my position. Would have played out perfectly. So I hope anyone in the stream yesterday, I hope you guys heard that and were able to ride this up. I just wish I was able to be there to take my own advice. But at least I got it out to you guys. If I miss my signals and I don't get into the trade, I don't care. As long as I can get it out to you guys, at least we make up a little bit. We make up for it a little bit there. Let's see. Ginger says, was laid off today, lost all my savings to Voyager, but I am here learning. Thanks, Frankie. Ginger, I am sorry about that. That is some pretty bad news. I'm really sorry about that. I hope it gets better for you. Like we were just saying with Gareth, sometimes, when you feel like giving up and everything's not going your way, right on the other side of that is, the bright times. So hopefully I can help you learn, and hopefully we can help you learn how to make money trading crypto so you don't have to have a job. That would be lit. So welcome. I hope you're subscribed. I hope you stick around, Ginger. You're awesome. Welcome to the family. Let's see. Fed's just running it up. DXY, we just checked. Over 600 likes. Way to go. Can we hit 700? Guys, yeah, if you have not already, smash that like button if you guys want to win some free Ledger Nano S's or NFTs, or who knows, maybe some Frankie Candles hats. We don't know. We always give away different stuff on this channel. But if we hit, let's go for 800. If we hit 800 likes, I'll give you guys 20 spins on the wheel, and then you're guaranteed to get, a bunch of giveaways. So let's see. Frankie, help. I drew the spider lines in your video, but they don't cover the dip we are in now. What time frame do you use? Okay. Ivar, I don't know how to say your name. I feel for you. Daddy Zach showing love to Ginger. Love it. Let's see. Great. Thanks, show with Gareth. Hey, Herberto, I appreciate that. We're doing cool stuff like that on this channel all the time, so I appreciate you. You say great show with Gareth. I appreciate that. Let's see. Say Crypto, what's going on? Pumpin' CandleMafia. What's up, Wendell? What up, Frankie? Hope you're in along. If you tuned in 30 seconds earlier, you will know I'm feeling the pain of not being in along right now. I missed my entry. We're not going to cover it. I'm already a little bit depressed about it. I'm just kidding, guys. Listen, I feel the emotions. I feel the FOMO, but I'm not acting on them, right? Because if I FOMO in right now, right, chances are, maybe I FOMO in right here or you FOMO in right there, and then you come down and test the bottom of the triangle, right? So, do not FOMO into these blue candles. It's never a good idea. Once in a while, are you going to buy this and then it's going to rip up to the next level? Yeah, once in a while, you're going to be right, but it's typically not a good idea. But yeah, so for the spider lines, let me just show you kind of how these work, right? And I should hide a lot of mine. Like, guys, just so you know, if your chart looks like this, it doesn't mean you have to delete your lines. If your chart looks like this, please, for the love of God, come on to TradingView, come down here and click your object tree and turn some of your levels off, right? Because they're going to remain, a lot of your levels are going to remain useful, right, in the future. Price is likely to react off the same levels, but turn some of them off. You don't want to be looking. You can't read a chart like this. You cannot read a chart like this. I just didn't turn these off before I went live. So if your chart looks like this, please turn some of your levels off or delete them and draw new ones. Maybe just start a fresh chart. Your chart should not look like this. I don't know why they're all on right now. I don't know why that happened. But with the spider lines, I draw them on the weekly chart. If you watch my tutorial, all of that should work fine. But the reason, so you'll see, in the video, I think I start drawing them on this candle right here. We start them on July 23rd. If you want some spider lines to come a little lower, what I did is I came up to this previous pump right before the one that I started drawing the lines on in the video. I come up to this next pump here and I draw them. Same idea to this candle right here on top with the magnet tool. Same way to draw them, but I just draw them from this candle and then I draw them down here. So that's how you get those lower ones. So I hope that helps you out. FOMO, Frankie, Golf Josh, you guys are trying to talk me into FOMOing. Not gonna happen. I see you, brother. I see you. Big Wick Energy, let's go. Have we reached the bottom? Muhammad, I personally think we'll probably go lower, but that is just my personal opinion. Our spider lines never look over cluttered because someone keeps deleting them. Oh boy. Oh boy. Did Gareth say that BTC maybe go to 225 to 250K next bull run? That would be great. Yes, he did say that. But you want to understand this stuff that's speculative, right? You don't know what's going to be happening in the next bull run, what the macroeconomic environment's going to look like. Who knows? Anything can happen, but he gave as logical of a speculative prediction that you can. So yeah, I would agree with him. My mom, oh God, I see you, Shizzy. Jim Cramer said it was going lower, so it's fixing to boom. Yeah, that's what Gareth said. Gareth said the same thing. When you hear Jim Cramer, when you hear Cramer being like, it's going down, yeah, probably, yeah. Just counter trade him, honestly. I'm kidding. It's not financial advice, guys. Bull flag on the 15-minute. Bye. Methodical Chaos. What is going on, man? Thank you for being here. 675 likes. Let's go. Agili, I appreciate you, man. FOMO is real. Yes, FOMO is real, guys. You want to control that. It's going to pump again. It's going to dump again. Mark my words. Ginger, you should talk more often. I missed that one. Let's see. Hoof-Hearted featuring Wick 589. Oh, Wick, what is going on? Is that still you or is that somebody else? Let's see. Counter trade Kramer. Yeah, let's go, Lane. Rich says, Frankie, hardest working TA guy in crypto. Love it. Rich Young, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Let's see. Chemistry Bro says, Frankie, so we almost never go where everyone says / thinks we're going to go. And everyone is saying 10 to 14K at the moment, so we won't go there. Either we don't touch it at all or we fall straight through. Yeah, chemistry, bro. Definitely worth, definitely worth thinking about that, right? Like we were just saying with Gareth, when the whole herd is saying, we're going here, a lot of times it's not what happens, right? Everyone was calling for 100K. We didn't even get, we didn't get close. So you want to realize that. It's absolutely. I guess we kind of got close, but not really. Yeah, Mr. Ethereum, of course, we will look at Ethereum. Let's go ahead and check it. Here we are. Boom. Okay. So let's start off. Weekly double green dot, obviously printing on ETH as well. Snake Eyes on the 6th day, not happening, but we do have the double green dot confirmed, right? 6th day blue Heikinashi candle currently printing. Not a bad look. Bullish. We'll have to zoom in and see if that is an actual bullish divergence, but we'll just run through the time frames real quick here. 6-hour money flow crossover into the green. That is definitely a good sign. We're gonna have to draw some new levels here. But 4-hour, actually, what's the 8-hour doing? Yeah, 8-hour money flow crossover on ETH. That's looking pretty good. 12-hour getting close to that 0 line. Let's see. Yeah, what's the VWAP doing on 6-hour? Yeah. Let's see. Like I said, guys, you don't want to buy into these blue candles. 4-hour money flow crossover. I mean, looking pretty different, right? Yeah, 4-hour money flow crossover on Bitcoin as well. But coming back to ETH here, let's go ahead and let's find some new levels here. Let's find some new levels. Obviously, coming up to some resistance right here. Let's go ahead and let me turn off some of our previous levels. Let's turn off. Yeah, let's turn off. Boom. Just clean it up a little bit. Clean it up a little bit. All right, we'll keep those. But let me just get rid of this stuff. Okay. So for Ethereum, let's go ahead and let's pull up our VPVR or VRVP. I know it says VRVP, but that's just weird to say. VPVR is what I call it. All right. Okay. So guys, clearly, pretty big gap in volume here, right? We just made a video about this. If you guys have not seen that video, definitely go check it out. 738 people in here. I appreciate every single person in here. Smash that like button. We're going for 800 likes, guys. And we're not doing it for free. Or you're not doing it for free. Like, you're doing it for free NFTs. You're doing it for free Ledger Nano S's. And who knows? Who knows what we'll give away this week? But we do giveaways on this channel every single week. So every 100 likes, you guys get a spin on the wheel. 2 spots for giveaway on that wheel. Just reminding you guys. Smash up that like button. I appreciate it. Let's see. Whales will accumulate when everyone else is giving up hope. Absolutely, Peter. Let's see. We got 69% of the way to 100K. That's a D+. Hodgepodge. Yeah, I agree with that. Almost 700 likes. LFG. Let's go. Just 40x shorted with tight stop loss. Daniel, let's go. We're praying for you, brother. Let's get it. Hope that works out for you. All right. So right here, guys, we talk about these gaps in volume all the time. These gaps in volume clear, right? Higher volume node right here, and then you have this big gap in the volume right here. Typically, this is where you see price move through these low volume gaps very quickly, right? So if you just kind of extrapolate this out and draw this line out, you get this line of support right here, right? And then if you circle, in that low volume area, right, from here to there, and you draw this out, you can see that when price breaks into these low volume areas, I know the comments are going crazy about this drawing. That's why I made it a square, okay? I see you guys, though. I see you. I can already hear the comments. I don't think he noticed. Oh, God. Wick, what did I not notice? Let's go, 750. Let's go, baby. 800 is what we're going for. Just, okay, let's see. Peter said, no, YOLO says 750 is in the cards. There we go for 800. I bet we hit 800. I think we can do it. But as you guys can see, when you crack these resistance, these high volume nodes into the low volume area, price gets moving pretty quickly. And then you can see right here, you have another little spike in volume right here. And that is obviously where you got this little bounce right here, these couple blue candles. So these, oh God, I could already hear the comments. Or maybe not. I don't know. But yeah, you guys can see these low volume areas work out really well, guys. I cannot preach this enough. I just made a video about these volume gaps. If you want to learn more about them, how to find them, how to set your settings up. But these low volume gap, if we can break into this low volume area, price could get moving pretty quickly to the upside for ETH, right? But we are coming up to some resistance. Let me get rid of these lines so it's not as messy. But chemistry, bro, I'm sorry. We're deleting your ascending wedge, but we will never forget. But yeah, obviously you are coming up to, you are coming up to some resistance, and you do have a point of control here, which is, if you guys don't know what a point of control is, it's just the area. This is the visible range volume profile indicator that I'm using right here. It takes the visible range of candles that is on your chart, and it analyzes the volume, right? And it shows you where the volume is traded. These big spikes in volume, there is a lot of volume traded there, creating a lot of support, right? Or resistance. So this point of control, all this is the level where the most volume was traded, right? So this is the strongest level here, and we are coming up to there right now. So I just wanted to spit that little sauce for you guys. But if we do break into this low volume area, we could see a move, right? About 1,300. Maybe 1,300 would be the next target if we can break this point of control and break into this low volume area. 1,300 might be the next stop for Ethereum. Best Discord out there. One cool GI. I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate that. Interesting drawing there. Yeah, I knew that was coming. Guys. Shout out to One Cool GI. We appreciate you. Pictionary, let's go. Let's see. Chemistry, bro. Yeah, we love that. I like to keep that up there, man. That was a textbook rising wedge there. Let's see. Learn how to dollar cost average on the worst days for crypto. Yes, when you feel scared, guys, that is the time to buy. Let's see. Just subscribed. Let's go. Christopher Robinson, welcome to the family, brother. I hope I can teach you something and help you on your journey to financial freedom, through crypto assets, as we like to do for the CandleMafia here. Let's see. I closed that engine trade for about 20%. Small leverage. Let's go. Chemistry, bro. Let's go. Where's my money? God, I'm going to grab my money. I'm going to find it. I will be right back, guys. I'm coming back with a big stack of cash. Scratch that. The door's locked. I can't get in. I can't get into the safe for my cash. But we'll bring it back on. We haven't had the cash out here in a while. We like to throw the cash for the CandleMafia out there making trades. Let's go, chemistry, bro. I got you, Mr. Ethereum. No problem. Let's see. But if you lost all your money, how should I buy? I feel you, man. I feel you, brother. You just got to save your pennies. Save your pennies up and get in, even if you're buying small amounts. But yeah, I feel you. I feel you, brother. Let's see. The volume trick you showed us, Frankie, I love it now, and it makes so much sense. Hoof, absolutely, Wick. Absolutely. We actually had someone in the Discord. Somebody in the Discord. Let's pull it up on Engine. Yesterday, shout out to Chemistry Bro. I think it was Chemistry Bro. Let's see. Engine. Okay. Shout out to Chemistry Bro again, dude. I think this was you. Shouting out this little bull pennant that we were in on. Let me come to a lower time frame so it's a little cleaner. There you go. Little bull pennant here on Engine. Pointed this out. Actually wound up playing out, right? You broke out, you retested, and you came up higher. A little turbulence here, but you did come higher. But I do want to shout out Thesis himself. Thesis, if you're watching this, I just want to say he pointed out that there was a gap in volume, right? Whoa. All right, let's calm down there, volume profile. All right, let's come to the 1 hour. I think it's clear on the 1 hour. Come on. There we go. Okay, so he did point out this gap in volume right here to about 58 cents, right? From here, right? I'm just going to kind of circle it or rectangle it. Right, so he kind of found this big gap in volume, and once we broke it, we did shoot up. We didn't get to the top, right? I think Bitcoin cooled off a little bit, but this was another volume gap that he made. I think he made a pretty good trade on that. So shout out to you, Thesis himself. Thank you for pointing that out. Thank you for pointing that gap in volume out, and shout out to you if you were in that trade. I think you were. So yeah, guys, the volume gaps, even here, and like you can eyeball it, guys. You can really this is the sauce, guys. This is. listen, like this is not a secret. Other people do this. Other people know about this. But like, I don't know if there's a lot of people that, you know, there's a lot of people out there that would just tell you that according to my TA, I bet that if we break this, we're gonna go shooting up. But they don't let you know how they came to that level because they want to keep you a slave to their TA, right? I want to teach you guys so you guys can do the TA yourself. So when I don't have a live stream, you guys can do it yourself. You guys are not left in the dark. I am here to teach you guys how to fish. I'm not interested in, gatekeeping all my secrets, right? So, you know, there's not a lot of people out there really talking about this that I have seen, right? So you can basically just eyeball it. It's not that hard. Right here, obviously, you had some resistance. You got rejected right here, right? You got rejected. And then once you broke this resistance, you shot up, right? Now, why did you get such a violent move? Well, if you take that violent move and you draw a horizontal line, look at that. There's a big gap in volume here. That is what you shot through. With the gap in volume, the reason why price shoots through there is because this is not a desirable price for the asset to trade at, right? When you have these big gaps in volume, there's no support or resistance here. So it just shoots up to the next high volume node, which is right here. And that's typically where you see the resistance. So let's go ahead and put a horizontal line on this high volume node and see what happened. Well, would you look at that? You got rejected at that level. You came up and you came down, right? So that's all it is. It's just volume, guys. But I like to show you guys this because this is a really easy way to visually read the charts, right? And even here, right? Boom, you break the level, you shoot up. Now, obviously, you came up, I mean, you can't make it up, right? You have the gap in volume right here, right? And if you draw the line, you most of the time will circle these big moves, right? So you got a high volume node right here. That's where you got stopped, right? And I know what you guys are thinking. But it's the easiest way to show you guys. Easiest way to show you guys how this works, right? And again, right here, if you look at these big blue candles, right? And you come to the left, giant gap in volume. Now, imagine if you're trading and you're watching price just bang up against this resistance, right? Boom, boom. I know that if we break this, we could be up for a fast move up, just like it happened right here. Now, you came up, back down, and then back up. But typically, you do see those quick movements up with these low volume gaps, right? Same thing here. Decent gap in volume right here. And then you get that quick move down right here. All right. Now these drawings are really getting weird. So I'm going to stop that. 677 people still in here, guys. Let's run those likes up to 800. I'd appreciate it. Thank you all who are sticking around basically to the end of the stream here. We are just wrapping it up. Let's just check chat real quick. Okay, I'm here. You can start now. Jacko24. All right, guys. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Frankie Candles live stream. I'm just kidding. What's up, Jacko? I appreciate you for being here, man. NFTs are dead in the water. Jason, yeah. I don't really have, I have some NFTs, but, I only have so much mental headspace, right? Mental shelf space, I should say. I trade, I'm staring at the charts. I am a YouTube channel, full-time content creator. I don't have time to like focus on NFT market as well. But we love you, Frankie. Palmetto Nick, I love you, brother. This is habanero sauce. Let's go, Manuel. I appreciate you. Habanero sauce. I'm just stirring the pot, guys. I come with the sauce. You come with your macaroni. And I just flick that sauce on you. I put the wooden spoon in there, right? And I flick it on you. And then my Italian mother comes over and hits me with the wooden spoon saying, why are you throwing sauce at your friends, Frankie? Why are you throwing sauce at your friends? I'm just kidding, guys. My mom didn't hit me with a wooden spoon. I'm kidding. She did. I'm just kidding. Anyway, let's see. Let's go. Swing trades have been great. Ready to short soon. Yes, let's go, Mike. Let's go. Do weekly and daily volume gaps overpower smaller time frame? It depends on what time frame you're trading on. Right, if you're trading on the smaller time frames, I would just stick with the volume on those smaller time frames. What I do with the VPVR, now, if you guys are interested in trading using these volume profile tools, I have a few videos using the fixed range volume profile, the VPVR, all the different volume tools and the different ways I use them. I use them to find really strong levels of support and resistance, as well as low volume gaps, obviously for different reasons. But what you can do if you're finding support and resistance is you could come to the daily, right? Excuse me. You could look at the daily, find your high volume nodes on the daily, right? High volume nodes, watch the video and you guys will understand. I'm not gonna go into a full lesson on this right now, but you know, if you're looking at the VPVR, you can come onto the higher time frames, find out where the strong levels of resistance, right? This point of control I was talking about, this is the highest, this is where the most volume was traded in this level. That's what that red line is for. And you'll notice if you zoom in, it readjusts, right? Now your point of control is all the way down here. So it readjusts to the candles that are visible on your chart, visible range volume profile, right? But you could come here and find your high volume nodes and draw your support and resistance on the daily, find some daily levels that you like. And then, you know, you can label it daily high volume node, daily high volume node, daily POC, right? And then when you come to your lower, time frames, those levels will, you'll react off of those levels, right? You would want to label them so you know what you're looking at. I didn't. So, you know, that's kind of how you can do it. And then you know that on the lower time frames, if price is approaching a daily high volume node, you'll know like that's a daily HVN, right? Like, so that's going to be a pretty strong level, or daily point of control. It's going to be a super strong level. So that's kind of how you can use it to find support and resistance. Let's see. Palmetto Nick says, Frankie, you have made me so much money. Changed my life for real. Changed my life for real. Palmetto Nick, I appreciate you, brother. And that gives me goosebumps, man. That really does. That's why I started this channel. I wanted to start this channel to help you guys out. You know, I'm not just on here to like try to, like, I am here because I genuinely want to help people. I like to help people. I get off on helping people. So, you know, obviously we're here to create content, hopefully make some money in the process, but my main focus is to help you guys learn, right? Not just hoard all my secrets to myself and have you guys relying on me. My goal is that you guys graduate, right? You guys graduate from my YouTube channel, right? And you don't really have to watch crypto YouTube anymore because you know what you're doing. You've learned, you've taken what you've learned from my channel, applied it to the charts on your own, and found your own ways to tweak my methods that work for you. And then you can show me your methods, right? I am here to help you guys. I am not here to, you know, just get famous on YouTube, right? That's why I like these, you know, you've made me so much money, Frankie. Thank you. Like, this means the world to me. This is the most important part of my YouTube channel. I like seeing these chats more than I like winning my trades, right? I love winning my trades, but when I get these chats, I'm making a difference, right? I'm making a difference in people's lives. That is the most important thing to me, and it's crazy that I'm in this position. And I'm blessed to be in this position and have it working out so well. I absolutely love it. Shout out to the CandleMafia. And if you're new and you're watching this channel right now, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. If you're watching this and you're new, join the CandleMafia, hit that subscribe button, and tune in every weekday right here at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm showing you guys, I'm throwing that sauce on you every single day. I'm teaching new things. I'm showing you guys my trades. We're doing live trades. Recently, we've been sitting out a little bit, but we show the live trades, and the Discord is popping. You're never left in the dark with the CandleMafia. No pun intended, right? We got a lot of candles in the CandleMafia, but that's not even, you're never left in the dark. I give you guys market updates. I give you guys a daily live stream. I'm in the Discord with you guys. You're never left in the dark. And when I'm not there, the Discord and the community and the CandleMafia is there to cover your backs. You guys are watching out for each other, collaborating, showing your ideas, and you guys are crushing it in the Discord. So if you're not in that Discord, get in the Discord. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. And if you haven't hit that like button, hit the dang like button. We're almost at 800 likes. I told you we were going to do it, guys. Let's go. Let's see. Dusto, Frankie got me 464%. My best trade ever. Somebody clip it. Let's go. I appreciate. Thank you. Thank you for learning and making money. This is the sickest thing ever. Absolutely love it. Let's see. You already know I'm here every day. Everybody smile. Absolutely. You are an OG of the channel. Help me get you. Oh God. Okay. Wow. Thank God I didn't read that. Trip 6 Flex. I see you. I see you. Let's see. Can't get enough. Frankie joined in the Discord. Let's go, Rob. Just drop that Discord. Just drop that Discord link. Let's go. Bing bong. What's up, AD? Godfather, guys. The Godfather's in chat. Show him some love. Show him some respect. He says, Bing bong. Frankie, I bought yesterday on your info. He in along right now. Thanks, buddy. I owe you a cup of coffee. Hey, would you mail that? In the 15-second mail right there. I got the black coffee. I appreciate you, man. congrats on your trade. I'm glad you're making it because I didn't get in on I missed my own signal. But the fact that you guys got it and you're making money is what makes me happy. Let's go. That's what we do. That's what we do on this channel, guys. That's what we do. Let's go. Shout out to the CandleMafia. You guys are savage. Let's see. Leverage. Yeah, Jonathan Schaefer. It can be. You want to be very careful. Low leverage. Even if you know what you're doing, I still recommend using low leverage. You guys see my trades. I'm using like 5x max, right? The only time you really want to use a ton of leverage is if you're trading with money that you're willing to just blow, right? So you want to use that lower leverage. Between 2 and 5x leverage is what I recommend. But shout out, Jonathan, I know. Trust me. I've been there. And if you just heard Gareth Soloway talking, he said that he was getting crushed, losing his money, putting more money in, putting 10K in, losing some money, putting it back in. And he got hammered and hammered and hammered and hammered, right? And now he's sitting in his mansion, able to trade in his sweatshirt and his sweatpants. So just remember, we were losing too, right? I lost all the time, right? And I still lose sometimes, right? Now I'm profitable, obviously, but I have lost. I do lose, right? We got stopped out recently at a small loss. The other thing is, make sure your wins are big and your losses are small. My last win was like $1,600 and my last loss was $200, right? And that is by design. I will always lose less than I am making because you can control that. That's the beautiful thing about this whole thing. You can control it. It's just a little hard because those emotions come into play. Let's see. Dusto says, rumor is Frankie is a Bitcoin whale number 3. No. Nope. Not me. Never know. Anyway, Frank, you're such a G. Palmetto Nick, you're a G, my man. You're a G. I appreciate you, brother. I've been trading and DCAing. Gonna be a millionaire in 2025. If not, I'll be disappointed in myself. Chemistry, bro. Hey, you gotta have those high standards. I agree, man. I agree. Oh, YOLO. I hate to spam. YOLO, you're never spamming, brother. Let's see. Ladder for the people in the back. Jonathan Schaefer, let's go. YOLO says, I hate to spam, but I'm so curious if you'll ever have BCB on. Yes, 100%. He's a friend of the channel, blockchain backer. I'm sure he's a busy guy, but yeah, we'll go after Tony. You heard that, blockchain backer. We could try to get him next. Another blockchain backer's another guy. Super smart dude. Super level-headed guy. Doesn't just stick to predictions because he's emotional. Like, he goes off of logic. He has reasons why he believes things, which I think is so scarce in this space in general, especially on crypto YouTube, right? All right, let's see. All right, let's see. Thank you, Yellow Baggins. Absolutely, brother. Congrats, Bing Bong, Flat Smack. What is going on? 785 likes, 600 people still in here. Let's go, guys. Let's go. I've been awake for 27 hours. I had to stay up for Frankie's stream. I'm glad I did. Today was fire. Daddy Zach, I am happy that you had a good time, brother. But go get some sleep, my man. What are you, Frankie Candles? I'd be staying. Let me stay up for 27 hours. Let me look at the charts. You get your rest, brother. You get your rest. I'll keep you updated, brother. Don't worry. I appreciate you staying awake for the stream, though. It wouldn't be the same without you, Daddy Zach. I'm not gonna lie. We need the daddy in chat. You know what I'm saying? All right, guys. We're winding down here just a little bit. Let's just take a look at some of the altcoins real quick. Let's take a look at the big ones. Cardano. I'm not gonna take requests today just because Gareth was on. We ran out of time a little quicker than normal. But yeah, guys. If you have not hit that like button, we got 600 people in here right now. Go ahead and hit the like button. Let's hit 1,000 likes. Let's go for it. Like it's right there. It's right under the video, right there. You just click it, tap it, punch it, kick it, lick it. I don't care what you do. Just push it a little bit. Smash up those likes, guys. I appreciate all of you. All right. Let's see. Cardano. Yeah, I mean, let's see. On the daily. Yeah, I mean, we did get a pump. We got a little popski. Little popski here. But yeah, I mean, yeah, not, let's see. I mean, I would say this does, just structure-wise is like, I mean, this is looking more like a descending triangle than anything. But obviously, I mean, you gotta let that develop over time. But yeah, 4-hour money flow crossover, just like Bitcoin, not looking too bad. 6-hour money flow crossover. You're getting these higher hourly crossovers. I mean, this is not looking too bad. You want to remember that we're in a bear market, right? So just know that the bears are breathing down your neck. But again, the relief is you know, we've been waiting for some relief to come in, just like we were talking with Gareth. You know, it seems likely that finally we might get some relief. So, yeah. But, you know, nothing really to do, you know, looking pretty good. 4-hour money flow crossover, 6-hour money flow crossover. Do we get the 8-hour too? 8-hour is about to cross over. Very, very close. I don't think, let's see. Yeah, this is, yeah, that's not enough information there. Yeah, 3-hour money flow crossover. Looking pretty good, guys. It's not looking bad. Now, I don't want you guys to take that as, oh my God, we're going to the moon. We're still in a bear market, but for a little bit of relief. Now, we have come up a lot, so you want to be careful. Like I said, you don't want to be buying the top of these blue candles or green candles, depending on the kind of candles you're looking at. Yeah, been an ADA long for 3 days, and I'm finally in the green today. Let's go, J-Rod. Let's go. Bears getting squeezed. Let's go. Let's see. CandleMafia slaying these likes today. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, let's get it, guys. Let's get it. Frankie, do you have a trading course in BitLab? Yes, it's done. It's done. I don't know if it's live yet, though. Let me check on that for you. And I don't know exactly. Yeah, it's done. It's ready to go. But let's just be careful, not be careful, but just know, I don't know if it's live just yet. They're editing the videos and they're putting it all together, getting it onto the course. But when it is live, I will definitely know, and I will definitely let you guys know. I don't believe it's live yet, but it will be soon. It's all done. It's ready to go. Did we suggest getting Magic Internet money on Hodgepodge? No, but we can probably do that. We can probably do that. That is the one good thing. Because we've been on shows with him before, so it's kind of the good thing about that's one of the best things about going on to other people's shows, right? You make those connections. You know, people can come in and, you know, we can kind of share our knowledge with each other's communities, which is super, super cool. So yeah. All right, guys, I think ADA is probably the only coin we're going to look at, just because I have to go record this video for the BitBoy Crypto channel. 608 people in here, guys. Smash up that like button. We're getting 20 spins on the wheel because you guys ran it up to 800 likes. Let's go. Let's go. But let's get these spins out of the way, because like I said, I got to go record this other video. We're out here, guys. We're out here. We're going to do 12, 13, sometimes 14 hours. We're doing more videos after this, and then I go home and I go right into the Discord. You guys are awesome. Yeah, and that's why I do this. You guys are a huge part of my life, just so you know. Most of my day, like literally 90% of my awake day, is actually probably more than that. Like 98% of my time awake goes towards you guys. So, and then I sleep for like 2% of that. And then I wake up and do the same thing, and I wouldn't have it any other way, guys. I would not have it any other way. I don't say that to be like, it's just so like I wouldn't have it any other way. I am blessed to be able to do this. All right. So let's see. Frankie for El Presidente. Let's go. I promise you this, that, the other thing. Let's go. Gilligan's Island. TC Frankie, thank you. Appreciate you, James. Let's go get some, baby. Let's go. Illusions of Hope. What's going on? Welcome back. Will Smith, that like button. Hey, Skywalker said it, not me. What's up, Skywalker? 15-minute green dot. Oh, baby. We appreciate you, pal. Jimmy Void, we love you. Did you ever reach out to Hit Merch, Jimmy? If you didn't, make sure you do. They're looking for you, brother. Leave some for Mrs. Candles. I know. I'm actually going away this weekend, so I think I'm going to spend some time with Mrs. Candles this weekend. You need sleep, friend? Yes, absolutely. What? Seriously? Got 800 likes? That's a box of awesomeness right there. J-Rod, let's go. Thanks for the love. But Miss Candle's gonna lose her flame. Oh boy. Yeah. We'll show her some love this weekend. Don't you worry. We're going keep it up, man. You're killing it. Bernardo, I appreciate you. Killing it with this tea. I appreciate you, Bernardo. For real. I appreciate you. And that's why love the guest streams. Illusion of Hope. Yes. We're gonna keep them coming. And guys, that's why I like to answer every chat. I know we spend a lot of time in chat, but I like to do that because I like to connect with you guys. I like to engage with you guys deeply because you guys are the CandleMafia. You guys are this channel. I always try to stress that. This is not, I know it's Frankie Candles, but there is no Frankie Candles without you guys. And I just want you guys to know I am fully aware of that. And we will never lose sight of that. I understand the only reason I'm able to do this is because you guys are here. So, and I literally appreciate that more than you guys could possibly ever imagine. So the kind comments, kind words in Discord, you guys showing up for the live streams, like it means more than you probably think. It affects me personally. It affects my career. It affects everything. So you guys are the most important thing on this YouTube channel. It's not me. It's you guys. That's why when I don't say I called it, guys. I told you I called it. We called it, right? Because we're all in the Discord. Like, we called it. We are a team. And it's not me. It is us. Just want to be clear about that. But speaking of that, let's show you guys some love and give back to the community a little bit and spin this dang wheel. We are doing the studio tour, guys. We are doing the studio tour. I don't want to put an exact date on it. Start it off with a giveaway, baby. Let's go. Mark them down. Let's get it. 541 people in there. Smash that like button, guys. Let's go. We're going to do the studio tour. I just didn't have time to do it today. I don't want to put a day on it, but I have not forgotten. I will not forget. We will do it. Don't worry. Here we go. Guys, this stream is so hot today that my battery on my laptop is dying and it's plugged in. That's how hot. That's how hyped we are tonight. Let's go. Another giveaway. Let's go. Let's go, guys. I'm not going to be a millionaire. I am going to lose all of my money. Just so you guys know, in the next bull run, I'm not going to have any crickets. Actually, wait, I see my crickets. Somebody moved my crickets. I can see them. I'm going to go grab them. But I'm not going to have any money invested in crypto during the next bull run because I'm going to give it all away to you guys. And I wouldn't have it any other way. Give them another giveaway, baby. Let's go. Woo! Guys, the giveaway slot is hot tonight. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's go. Hopefully I'm not blowing out your eardrums, guys. I get excited. Here we go. We got the crickets. We got the crickets today. All right. We got it again. There we go, guys. These are crickets. These are indeed real crickets. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's going to be so hard to see, guys. But these are real crickets. You probably can't even tell, but that is a real cricket. They're not alive, right? And they are flavored, right? It is cotton candy flavored crickets, which is honestly probably the grossest flavor for a cricket. But here we go. Yeah. Got some legs. Oh, God. I'm not going to lie, guys. These like, I know it'd be like really entertaining to watch me like freak out because everything's disgusting. Because the crickets are disgusting. They're not, they taste like sunflower seeds. They're like, it's like an actual snack. I'm not eating these off the ground, right? I just want to be clear about that. We got to find the hat. I don't know where they put my hats. We found the crickets. They're just on the desk over here. I don't know. Somebody, give them a giveaway. Whoo! Frankie shaves his face. That was close. That's actually probably the worst one here. I don't really want to shave my face because I don't know if you guys know. It actually took me 5.5 years to grow the facial hair I have. I'm not blessed with a big burly beard, so it takes me a while to grow a beard. So I'm not trying to shave this, but I'll do it for you guys. It'll be fun. All right, let's see. I wish my GF tasted like cotton candy, but not. Oh my God, crypto sub method. Oh my God. Shout out to Crypto Sub Method. Let's go. Give it away, baby. How many spins have we gotten? Okay, we got 10 more spins, baby. 10 more spins. Smash up that like button if you're liking these giveaways. Oh God. I'm going to be poor, guys. I am literally going to be poor. That's great. I'll go poor for you guys. You think I care? Been wondering about those crickets. Yeah, they're pretty good. I'm not going to lie. Night off. All right, let's go. Let's see. Why did you eat it? Keep going, BTC. It's a challenge. It's a challenge. That's why I ate it. It was fun. They tasted pretty good. But good stream today, guys. Yeah. Wow. Eat crickets is really hot today. Good stream, guys, today. This was a fun one. It was amazing having Gareth on. We're going to try to get him on more often. I think he's got a lot to offer us, our community. Like I said, 20 years of experience. There's not much you can do that can make up for 20 years of experience. There really just is. 15-minute Discord hangout. Let's go. I'll see you guys in the Discord. There's not really much you can make up for 20 years of experience. I mean, there's a lot of lessons you can only learn through that much experience. So we love having him on. Let's see. What do we got? 16. Got a couple more, baby. Let's go. Back-to-back giveaways. Let's go. Eat crickets. But we got the night off. I ate the crickets once, and then I got night off, so I don't have to do them again if you guys are wondering why I'm not eating them and you don't know how the wheel spins or the wheel works. Come on, baby. Funny hat. I owe you guys like 150 funny hats. But if you guys don't know, a lot of these challenges are like we're waiting for super chats, and we're completely revamping the whole wheel, and it's going to be so much fun and super interactive and awesome. So we're just we're kind of like we're kind of been slacking on the hats and stuff. But that's because I don't know where they are. I don't care about wearing a fedora. I'll wear a fedora every day. Let's see. So much fun, bro. It's a blessing to have found you. Palmetto Nick, you're the man, brother. There we go. Spin number 20 was a giveaway. Let's just check so I make sure I didn't rip you guys off or rug pull you. 20 spins. Let's go. 827 likes, guys. Absolutely savage, Mafia. You guys are the absolute best. I appreciate every single one of you. And especially the 500 people left in here. You guys stuck around to the end. We do 2 hours of technical analysis. If you stuck around to the end of this stream, you are one of those people that are putting in that work in the bear market to become a millionaire or a multimillionaire in the next bull run. And with all that being said, guys, again, I appreciate every single one of you who tuned in tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed Gareth Soloway's knowledge. He brought that extra, he brought the Alfredo sauce. I had the vodka sauce. I'm showing you the volume profiles. He's showing you all his stuff. But I hope you guys learned something today. I try to teach you guys something every single time on this stream. Appreciate every single one of you. Anybody who is new, who is still sticking around, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We truly do have the best community. So even if you hate the sound of my voice, get in the Discord, subscribe to the channel. We got a lot of free stuff. My whole YouTube channel, we got tutorials. Everything's free. The Discord's free. So yeah, I appreciate every single one of you guys. That's all I got time for tonight. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Same place, same time. I love each and every single one of you. Hit that subscribe button. Smash a like on your way out. I love all of you. That's all I got. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong. And I had to bring it back. I had to bring it back for the after credit bloopers. Guys, Debate Crypto. Go follow Debate Crypto. They're live right now. They're covering the fundamentals. They're covering everything we don't cover. They're the yin to our yang. Go hit them up. Show them some love. And hey, tell Keeper and Miguel that Frankie Candles loves them from the bottom of his heart. And I love you guys. That's all I got. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong.
Tyler Ramos.